Hey everyone, my name's Goldfire Prime, and today what I have for you guys is a review on the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave. And yeah, let me tell you, this figure, like I said in the Rabbit review, he does have QC issues, and that really sucks because I honestly think that this figure is like one of the better Studio Series ones. And like it just proves that it's only really sometimes it's only really just like QC that like this ruins this line and makes it one of the worst Transformer lines of all time, at least in my opinion. So please spare me. So anyways, let's look at the box, showing nice CGI render of Soundwave, and like I gotta say, I really like the designs in the Bumblebee movie. Like, I think they look so cool and like, of course, they're very G1 accurate, and they kind of remind me of Halo, specifically the 343 era, and I think that art style really fits Transformers well. And Series A3, yada yada. And, of course, you got the figure itself, transforms in 29 steps, and yeah. And in the box, you also, if I could open it, you also get this backdrop and a lot of Studio Series figures, which is the Cybertron scene, and it's just a bridge and all that. And you got the instruction manual. And this stupid pamphlet. Give us catalogs again, Hasbro. So anyways, here we have Soundwave in his Cybertronian ship or hovercraft mode. Let's just go with the hovercraft. So yeah, a lot of people really do not like this figure because like the alt mode, but then again, it's Cybertronian, so I think it's alright. I mean, it's pretty gappy. I don't really like the gaps, but I could be transforming it wrong. Although it's easier to transform than a lot of other Steel Series figures. Bumblebee. Uh, it's just kind of like a little tricky too. Like this how just how. But yeah, so the alt mode, I think it's alright for a Cybertronian hovercraft. I mean, I get what they're going with here. And yeah, so I guess this right here is supposed to be like the windshield, which has some painted gold. And you do got more of that gold paint over here, which is really nice. And you do got like some red paint on like the hood of the hovercraft, if you will, and you got some silver. And these parts right here, these little panels, they tend to get easily stressed, and that's because like the hinges, they're really tight. Like people, they love tight joints so much, but like let's face it, tight joints, they could damage toys. Like they cause it to like get really stressed and all that shit, and I really hate that. And yeah, and also on the bottom, of course, you got Soundwave just hanging out. And you could also store his weapons. Now, a lot of people like store them right here on like the sides, but these little holes where like the screws go, they're the same measurement, which is 5 millimeters, and it goes perfect on the weapons. So you got like cannon and like this rifle, which is really nice. So yeah, I guess that's all there is about this alt mode. So why don't we get on to transformation. Okay, so you take off the weapons. Once you've done that, what you gotta do is you untab the arms. Actually, no, you get the feet up like so. and they're on like double hinges. Like so. And then you untab the arms. And then like you try to untab these panels like so. And you flip them. And you spin the arms around. And they rotate up. And you fold in the panel that's in like the back of the shoulder. And then you grab like the entire thing. And you could like swivel it. And keep it up so it doesn't get in the way. And then you get this panel right here, and you fold out the hand, and I'll give them this, like, in design wise, it's really good. How like there's zero hollow gaps in this figure at all. How like they actually use like panels to fill it up, which is really nice. Do the same on like the other arm. And once you've done that, what you gotta do is go to the back, untab this entire section, you spin this around like so, and then you get this panel, you spin it around and tab it into place, and you close this like so. And then you get the legs, and oh, this is the part that I like really dread. You get these panels that like easily break. And also another thing about these panels is how like mine, I'm not too sure if you could see it right now, but like the hinge on this one, oh wait, is it that one? Yeah, it's this one, is cracked. Like, you'll get a better look of it once we get to robot mode. So you fold, we'll straighten out the entire leg like so, and close this panel up. And then you get the ankle that's on like a hinge, and like collapse that, and you swivel it like so. And you get the thigh, and you turn that around. And yeah, as you can see, there is a crack right there in that hinge. And it was like that right out of the box. Right out of the box. I didn't even move it or anything. I just like already noticed it. Like, remember back when Transformers had way better QC? I sure as hell do. Back in the good old days in Dark of the Moon. Yeah. So you do the same on the other leg like so. And you get this, fold it out, and then you get this panel, collapse it, and collapse this one like so, and you get the ankle, and yeah, spin the leg around, and here you have Transformers Studio Series, Bumblebee movie, Soundwave in his robot mode. And again, like the figure itself, if you could get behind the QC issues, like if this figure had like way better plastic quality, it would have been really good. Cause like it's designed really well. It looks exactly like the movie. And yeah, that's one thing that I'll give Studio Series, how they could be like really movie accurate. Oh, and also I forgot to put on the cannon. So yeah, while we're talking about this, let's go on to accessories. So he does got this iconic cannon, which in G1 would form the cassette player's batteries. And you got like some silver paint on the barrel, and you got some red paint. And this, there's a little peg right there, and that will get into place like so. And you try to have it straightened as much as you can, and you get like this rifle that is used to be blue plastic, but like they painted gray over it. And the paint, it's really glossy. Like, finally we have paint that actually has a clear coat. I hate when they don't do the clear coats. And yeah, that's the accessories. And let's get on to like the actual figure itself. So detail, he does have a really, really nice head sculpt with silver paint applications. You got some for the faceplate, and you also got like a darker silver paint applications on the side of the head, and you also got a painted red visor. And one thing that I noticed is how like the back of the head, it's made of like clear plastic, but like since there's no red clear plastic, they just like painted it. So it was supposed to have some light piping, but hey, at least they tried. So I'll give them that. You also got like some gold paint applications on the chest, which is like the door, and the Decepticon logo, and some red lines. And also you do got like some silver and for like the play buttons, if you will, you do got some white, and you got like the red for the arrows, and on the wrist you got like this red paint, and on the shins you got some gold. On the back, nothing much. And of course, like the colors, like they're just so G1. Like again, I really like the Bumblebee movie designs. They're like so true to G1, and I really like that. I like Transformers being really colorful, cuz in the Bayverse, the Decepticons and even like the Autobots too, they're like really dull colors, like got just gray, black. You're lucky to get like a tan color with Bone Crusher. But yeah. So for articulation, you do got a ball joint on the neck. You got a swivel on the shoulder, and you also got like another swivel on like just the arm part. And of course, like these flaps, they do move, the back one and the front one. You do got like a swivel in the bicep, a double elbow, which is on 2 hinges, and nothing for the wrist. And for the legs, you do got a swivel in the waist, and you got like swivel on the hips, and you got an in and out, which is on a hinge, and you got like a swivel on the thigh, and it's really tight. And you got a double bend on the knee, and like this kneecap does move around, which is, I think it's on like a hinge, yeah. And you got a ankle tilt, which is really nice, and you got an up and down and a swivel. So yeah, really good articulation, and you could pull off some really nice poses with this guy. And yeah. So he does have like a gimmick, if you will, where when you press this button, the door on his chest, it opens up, and I'm surprised that they put a spring. Like, again, this figure in design and engineering, it's really good. It's just like I have problems with like the QC. Maybe I'm just like unlucky or something, because I know not many people like have the complaints that I do. But yeah, that's really cool how it's actually like spring loaded. I thought they had like open it yourself, and you could fit Ravage inside. And I did try to fit Ravage in, and it was like really hard. Like, he just cannot fit in because like these Studio Series Transformers are, you gotta be like really precise with the transformation, like with the Ravage. You gotta make sure everything's straight. So I guess you could like make the effect that he's coming out of the closet. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it looks like he's coming out of the chest. Oh, this sounds so wrong. Like, yeah. And it's really cool. You get like a really nice effect. So there's that. And also with Ravage, you do have like this missile accessory, and you could like take it off, and you could plug it into his shoulder cannon, and I think it's on like a 5mm, maybe like a little smaller, like 4 or something, the peg, and it looks really, he looks really G1 with this missile. Like, I really wish that I had like another one of these cannons. So you could have one just being like the shoulder cannon, and you could have one on the hand which has this missile. And it's really cool. Wish it could like shoot out, but of course, no gimmicks with Transformers anymore. Like, you're lucky getting this opening door. You're lucky being at least knowing that you could put Ravage inside, but it's really, really hard to do so. And yeah. So why don't we get on to some size comparison. So of course, yeah, here he is with Ravage, and really small, really, really, really small. And let's see if we could put him on his shoulder. Yeah. Hey, there we go. And let's bring in some other figures. So here is Soundwave next to Buzzworthy Bumblebee B127. And of course, being a smaller deluxe, he is like up to his waist. And I honestly think that this scaling is pretty accurate, because like Soundwave and G1's like the same height as Optimus, and Bumblebee, at least as far as I know, because I know in G1 there's like a crap ton of animation errors that make them change sizes. Like Bumblebee, he's up to Optimus's waist, so yeah, I think the scaling is pretty good, and of course he's gonna be way bigger because he's a Voyager. And yeah, it's really surprising how a modern day Voyager is like really, really decently sized. He is like 7 inches. Because like nowadays, you're lucky to get like 6 inches of height. And of course, here he is next to Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave. And yeah, of course, he is like way smaller, because even for his time, he was a smaller deluxe. And yeah, this is really, really cool seeing Travis Knight's Soundwave with Michael Bay's Soundwave. And when it comes to like design, Travis Knight wins. And I guess Bayverse exists. But yeah. So what are my final thoughts on Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave? Well, I think he's a really, really nice figure. He's definitely one of the better Studio Series figures, but of course, QC, you gotta watch out for that. Like, I guess with that panel being all cracked, I was just like simply unlucky or something. Maybe not all of these figures are like that. But yeah, do recommend this figure, and that's it for this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss on any of my new videos. And you can follow me on Instagram, same name, Goldfire Prime. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.